it could be that from here, I start cutting his forearm, if that's available to me. Or I can follow up in his upper arm, or I will try to get into the armpit, which is a good spot to cut, especially if somebody is armored towards the neck. Wherever I can make contact, that is where I'll cut. So from here, I step forward, and you can see here, I'm going close to chest muscle and armpit, and then I stop for now, but you can follow up in different ways. So details. So when you make the blocking motion, don't cut into your own leg. So don't bring the saber too close. It has to go in front of the leg. You'd be surprised at how many people make mistakes against that in the beginning. And as you see, left hand is underneath the armpit. Don't swing up and down. Don't make it a big circular motion. This has to do with the application, which I will show later. What you want to do is make it more of a linear.
So I'm still defending with his saber or his weapon on top of my saber. And until I have control of his wrist, or I hit his arm or his weapon, and he goes out the way, I need to be underneath that roof. Once your hand is here, this symbolizes that I grabbed his wrist or I hit it. Then you can move behind your head and counterattack.
Yeah.
So that's the timing. The typical mistake I see is that people do this. I'll go a little bit lower so you can see. They block, and then as they bring the left hand and left foot forward, the saber goes back.
Yeah, that's what I did before.
Which means that he gets to hit you, even if it isn't full power, and even if it isn't vertical on your head and it slides off a little bit. His saber dropping down on your shoulder can still cause massive damage, so you don't want that. So it's about the application, defend. You need to be underneath your saber, because this saber, the weapon is on top of it.
The challenge here is that there's a vast landscape when it comes to Tai Chi Chuan, meaning there are many different styles, many different teachers, and they all have a different take on teaching. Now, there's nothing wrong with that per se. It's just that what you read in one book may not at all apply to our style. And what is written in books about our style is not necessarily compatible with Yang style, Chen style, and so on. So that is the first thing you have to understand, is that just picking up any book that you can find on Tai Chi Chuan is not necessarily going to be helpful. That is true of all martial arts, and in particular in Tai Chi, because as the old joke goes, how many Tai Chi Chuan practitioners does it take to change a light bulb? All of them, because whichever one is changing the light bulb, all the rest will say he's doing it wrong. And that is very typical of the Tai Chi world. So you'd be surprised at how much discussion and disagreement there exists in the Tai Chi Chuan world. So that put aside, what are some of the books that you could read? Now, I will make a page on the online taichichuan.com website, a resources page where you can find direct links that you can buy the books if you like. Nobody has to do that. It's just a suggestion, but then it's easier to do. I will mostly focus on the books written by